So I was on a rom-com spree and then I suddenly thought, oh, this is too much happy, happy, happy. So let us find some darkness, something psychological, something thriller. And so I went to Google to search like the recent most popular psychological thrillers, and there we came to know about The Killing of a Sacred Deer. And I thought, interesting, let us get into it. And yeah, I was psychologically thrilled. Not in a nice way. Okay, let us talk about the movie. Hello, namaste. This is Darshna, and today we'll be talking about the killing of a sacred deer. Uh, we have our main character, a very popular face in the recent days, Barry Keoghan, who plays Martin. Yeah, Barry is the same guy who cheated on Sabrina. I see you, Barry. And then we have our the main character who's the protagonist. So we have Steven, a protagonist, then Steven's wife Anna, then they have two children, Kim, the older daughter, who is in high school, I guess, 14 years old, and then we have Bob, who is still a child, 8ish years old. And just getting right into the movie, the first shot that we get is that of a beating heart. Our Stephen, main character Stephen, is a cardiothoracic surgeon, and yeah, he's saving a patient's life. The heart is beating, and then the patient is saved. Uh, that is the first shot, that of a beating heart. And what happens after that is the beating heart is the only form of life that we see in the movie, because everything else feels so unnatural, so unliving, so hollow. That hollow is the right term actually for everything. The way they speak, their relationships with each other, everything is so hollow, feels so artificial that you would think that, oh, are these people just bad at acting? But no, these people are very good at acting, that they just bring this hollowness into the screen. Or Steven has, by mistake or not so by mistake, killed a patient because he was drunk during the surgery, and the patient dies. The patient was Martin's father, and something happens. We do not know if it is a curse or if it is some black magic or if it is some, just come up playing. But uh, the movie progresses in such a way that there's a supernatural element in it. That Martin, Barry's character, says to Stephen that you'll have to kill one of your family members. One of your family member has to die because one of my family member has to die because of you. So this justice that I'm seeking is by you killing one of your family members. And then the game starts. And then the game starts where all the people he considers like killing all the people, you know, like finds pros and cons. At first, we would think that they would try to find a solution. They would even sacrifice things for the children. But this movie is not like that. This movie is psychological for a reason, in which every character is selfish in their like in saving their own life, prioritizing themselves over others. The mother prioritizes herself over her children. Kim doesn't give a shit if her brother dies. And Bob, I think, is the most human-like character that we have in this movie, closest to a human, actual functioning human being. Because he's a child, he is sarcastic, he is yet to see the world. Even though his hollowness is there, it is very less. And I think he was the one who deserves to live the most. But then we have all these people. Oh, nobody actually deserves to die, but yeah, especially him. But he dies at the end. Uh, when his father decides to blindfold himself, tie his wife and his children to chairs, and revolve around with a gun, and yeah, just shoot randomly. And unfortunately, Bob, who's the youngest son, dies. And the revenge is completed. We see Martin saying earlier in this movie that there will be four stages progression to death. First would be paralysis of the limbs. Second would be bleeding. No, second would be forced starvation to the point of, you know, extreme weight loss. And third would be bleeding from the eyes, and from that time you have just have few hours till death. Before that, you will have to kill any member of the family to save the rest of the two. And yeah, as we know, Bob dies. But the thing that like disturbs me the most is my mother. No, she doesn't disturb me. But that was my mother. Yeah, this entire movie disturbs me because these people, they are all looking out for themselves. There's no. Uh, it feels like you're playing in a game where just you are the character and nobody else matters. Yeah, they all have their deal with the devil's kind of situations. With Martin obviously making a literal deal with the devil and putting a curse on them. With Stephen being a good surgeon but also being a pervert and killing a patient. And then we have the wife who is cheating on. Like there were statements that that suggested that she was meaning to cheat on her husband before. And then we have our Kim, who is freakishly obsessive about Martin. This also can be seen as a parallel towards how humans have their relationship with either the god or the devil. Here, this pure devotion that Kim has for Martin, in a way that nothing else matters, only this person matters. Even this person is hurting her, killing her and her family. She is one fucked up in the head. So yeah, she was, I think, the most disturbing. Um, but yeah, ultimately the family wins by killing our little Bob, a paralyzed, helpless child. And the moment comes where they all sort of meet up in a restaurant. So this family of three sit on the table, and Barry sits on the counter, and they order a plate of fries. And as we have seen, that forced starvation was the second symptom, and Kim was on her second symptom. And when she like pours ketchup on the fries, there's a tense moment where we feel, is this curse, you know, even lifted? Was Barry lying? Barry's character lying? Uh, what, like, is this deal done or no? And then she takes the fry and eats it, and that is how we know that the curse is over, and this fucked up family can now live happily ever after. This is a fucked up movie. Yes, but a very good movie, very good acted, very good directed. Some shots were very, very nice. The entire sequence where uh, Bob gets his first paralysis attack and then goes to the hospital where he is diagnosed with nothing. And then when he comes down the stairs, and we have the shot from above where he, suddenly falls down And then there is another shot where Steven thinks that Bob is just acting and he's trying to just, force him to stand, and he's just falling like a rag doll. Uh, yeah, that was, I think those shots were super, and everything with Barry Keoghan was absolutely amazing, even though he's not that good of a person. A cheater, 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 cheater. Uh, but I think okay, people should be given chances in life, and I hope he's a better person. And I hope he's a good father to his children. But yeah, right now, not really in favor of the public. However, a very, very, very good actor, and his acting capabilities really show in this movie. I think in every movie he has been amazing in acting department. Yeah, that is it for the movie. If you want to watch something fucked up and get your rom-com streak broken and feel something other than happy happy, then yeah, go ahead, watch this movie. It is a good movie. I think it also kind of deserves awards and all. And obviously it is R18. There are certain sexual scenes, perversion scenes, so mind you for that. Other than that, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. uh, you should be watching it alone. Not a family friendly movie. Then yeah, I guess that is it. If you need a psychological thriller that is going to fuck up your mind and leave you thinking for a few days, then watch this movie. And yeah, it's on what is it on? It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon Prime. Check there, and yeah, don't forget to watch something happier, uh, like something happier later, because you need to balance out. You do not need to go too deep into psychological. I've been there, so I'm telling you. I'm an experienced girly pop, okay? So, yeah, be careful of that. Watch some happy, happy things. Stay happy, stay blessed, do your skincare properly, and hair care properly, and yes, watch movies and feel good. And also feel sad, feel cry. I'm just rambling on and on and on. I don't know why. Maybe I just want to talk a lot today, but I think that is it for the video. Maybe I'll make another video about something else today. But yeah, I guess that is it. Oh, I need to wash my clothes. Uh, today is washing day, and we have lots of clothes that I need to wash of the entire family. And why am I telling you this? Because just because yeah, we recently bought a new washing machine. So congratulations to my family. Yeah, my mother is a lot more relieved now after years and years of washing people's clothes. Okay, so watch the movie. I will stop right there. Bye.